What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the Degenerators. We are on episode 24. As you can tell, we're in a little bit different location. This is the lab.
A little bit different environment.
We're in the crib right now.
This is the money losing pit. Time losing pit.
Yeah, maybe some temper losing has happened. A lot of temper losing.
There's
been some tempers lost. There's some hats that have flown in this room.
There's some things that have flown.
I've broken this chair. If you can tell, I don't know if the audience can tell. I hope they can.
Halfway through the episode, if he just falls back and you hear a loud
it's
no
possible
screech.
It might make for a little bit of a charm. A little episode 24. It would likely be the setup for next week.
You're gonna get mad about tech or something and just
no need to be mad. No, why? Be mad?
We'll talk about that later.
Why be mad?
We can talk about.
I am Casey Time. I'm here with Derek the Dude.
What up? What up? What up? And we're here with Matthew.
We're here with Matthew in between productions.
Being a soldier right now.
Yes.
This isn't the ideal setup, but he's on the ground.
Yeah, he's here sitting crisscross applesauce.
Like he's at a Buddhist temple right now.
Yes. He is. I pray for your back on the way out of here.
He set up this beautiful setup. Hopefully we kind of look good, but
if we seem distracted at any point, we've got all four TVs going.
All four TVs in the lab.
I don't know if that was the smartest setup, but it's what we
I'm loving it. I'm not even over simulated yet.
Yeah.
Give me an extra 2 screens and we're good.
Yeah, we need some more. I can get an iPad, get a laptop set up. We can get the whole spread.
We can get it rolling, except for not being able to watch the Spurs, which is shit. Yeah.
Absolute shout out to NBA lockout rules or
blackout rules. It's so dumb. They should get rid of that shit.
So dumb.
Baseball too. Baseball's dumb too.
Yeah, baseball's
with that for sure.
I used to get blacked out for Astros games when I lived in Lubbock, Texas. It was 9 hours away.
Blacked out from watching them or blackout drunk while you were watching them?
We never got to watch them. A little bit of both. we were in school there.
I was going to say, those years we also had 100 lost seasons.
Yeah.
So I'd be getting blackout all the time.
Yeah.
In 2013?
I still wanted to watch them, Still want to watch it.
I want to watch the teams that are fucking local. I can't just drive 3 hours every day.
Yeah.
To go see him. JD Martinez on that team.
Right.
Good team.
Facts. But hey, so if you're tuning back in, you're probably wondering, does Casey Tom get to rip a pack again? Right?
I don't think anybody's wondering that except for you.
I think a lot of people are.
Maybe your sister.
Because I did win again on HGH. I was 2-1 last week. You were 1-2. I don't know if you saw this, Derek, but all time. If you look at the all time record,
that you have more ties than me.
No, I am 36, 34-2 all time on HGH. These are our gambling picks that we make at the end of every episode. Derek is 36, 35-1, so I'm officially a half game above Derek. I think I was 15 games behind you when I went to Australia.
I don't know. We're same in the win column.
Hey,
so that's all I worry about.
We're here now. We're here. I'm leading. And we realized after we got all situated and set down here that the packs are deep in the closet. So we're not going to get them right now because y'all are probably sick and tired of watching me rip these packs. I don't blame you.
No, everybody loves
I would be sick and tired of watching me rip a pack. I would be sick and tired of that because it's
That's some hater shit.
It's time after time after time. Man, yeah.
You're tired of ripping packs?
I'm not.
Okay.
I don't think I'll ever get
So you were
tired
being
of
facetious is what I'm getting from that. It's a dick move.
Yeah. Nothing gets by you.
Thank you.
Nothing gets by you.
I try my best.
Yeah, we will do that as a side quest. If I have a major banger, I will post it to our Instagram account. Probably won't. I've won a lot of packs recently. Not a whole lot of bangers. Not a whole lot of bangers.
Not a lot of bangers. You know who drops bangers? NBA Youngboy.
NBA Youngboy.
You know who listens to NBA Youngboy?
Segue. And get with the segue.
Stupid ass George Pickens.
He's our Degen of the week. We are gonna award. We're gonna start off with awarding Degen of the week.
We're rewarding this behavior.
Crash out behavior, yes. Yes. This was incredible. I know you're not. I don't know.
I just hate George Pickens.
I just found out that you hate George Pickens.
I do.
This much.
He's I'm also he's a Steeler. I can't like mini Steelers.
Okay. We gotta. I heard you when I was out saying how much you hated the Niners.
Yep, that's a Cowboys rival.
I know y'all hate the Eagles. I know you hate the Giants. I know you.
And the Steelers are a rival too because of the amount of the Super Bowls they've won. Continue your question.
So half the league can't be y'all's fucking rivals.
It's like 4 teams, bro.
Okay.
We're America's team.
It's more than
everybody hates us. We're America's fucking team.
Y'all are America's sideshow, right? Y'all are the clown show that happens.
At least we have a nice spotlight.
America likes to laugh.
At least we have a nice spotlight.
America likes to laugh,
even during the day.
And that's where we're at. We'll get to the Cowboys here in a bit.
It's fine.
But first, about the
Laughing
Degen of the week. Our Degen of the week, George Pickens. In case you missed it this Sunday,
wide receiver.
Dude had a hell of a game.
Pittsburgh Steelers
had a hell of a game. Right, he had some insane catches. Had
insane
beast, an insane touchdown catch. But he also had some other insane moves that he made. There was a pick thrown in his direction, double coverage. Shout out Russell. Had a great game. I mean, they won the game, but it was double coverage. And instead of trying to tackle the guy who caught the ball, he decided it'd be a good idea to grab the other guy and suplex him. Picked him up and
body slammed his ass.
Body slammed him. He also had another play where he caught like a bench route, run into the sideline, and just like a few dudes on him, and he just jumped up and like swatted at him. It was hilarious.
It's just like like he said. Matt was saying earlier, it's NBA YoungBoy on the
I saw a tweet. It's not an original, but a tweet I saw said that he's got nothing in his brain going on but CTE and YoungBoy lyrics. Which, I mean, hey,
he said dumber than Antonio Brown.
Hey, earlier in his career, I guess, because nobody can match Antonio Brown like late career.
Oh, leaving the team mid-game,
right? But like, how do the Steelers always get these dudes? They like.
Mike Tomlin said, "I can take a project,"
and he does. I mean,
Mike Tomlin's a great coach.
I think we all when we see, just look at Antonio Brown's Twitter account now, look at anything he does right now, and just realize that Mike Tomlin had that dude acting like a full-on professional
for a couple years.
9 years.
Was it 9?
It was so long. It was so much longer. I could be wrong.
I don't think. I mean, it doesn't feel like it was that long because of what he did.
But it was a lot. Like he put up some serious years, put up some serious numbers there. I mean, if he didn't crash out as hard as he did at the end of his career, I think we might be talking about him being one of the best, like a top 5 all time, right? And I think like his numbers are that good, right?
Sure.
But George Pickens, congrats to George Pickens. Can we give a little, I know you hate him. Get the hate out of your heart.
Hey, we have a Kenny Pickett card for you. Waiting for you whenever you see this, because you're definitely going to see this.
Hey,
we have a Kenny Pickett card in his stash.
A pink,
ready for you.
I will give you my pink auto Jim Mint 10. That's the 25.
Kenny Pickett.
So,
and he has a couple of your cards too. GP3 as you signed.
I don't think I do.
I thought you have at least one.
I don't.
He does. He got it in a break.
I don't have any Pickens, honestly. I don't think so.
Bad look for the Degen of the week.
I don't have any Pickens, but I'll get you if you have a comment, you ever interact with this, I will give you one of your cards.
They'll buy you a shield. They'll buy you an NFL 1-of-1 shield of George Pickens.
Yeah. I know you want to stay on this topic a long time, but let's transition to.
That's a terrible segue.
It was a bad segue. It's not your segue, right? But like, the Cowboys, Jesus, what is going on?
Why are you asking Jesus what's going on? Like he cares about the fucking Cowboys. He doesn't know either.
They're imploding harder than anybody I've ever seen.
It's America's team.
They are imploding.
Right? Not God's team.
They're a submarine looking for the Titanic right now. They are imploding. You know what I mean? They are. We had this week CD Lamb.
A submarine looking okay.
Yeah, you got that one? Yeah.
I was like, wait, hold on.
I was waiting. Yeah.
It's not a real submarine though. It's just submersible. But okay.
Whatever it was imploded. It's looking like the season for the Cowboys. I mean,
I want to joke about that so bad, but that one kid who died because his dad made him go makes that. Like, sad.
We never. The
kid didn't want to go. Everybody else volunteered and like, yeah, I'm down to go. And the kid was like, I really don't want to go.
Never know. Maybe
his dad was like, bro, I spent a lot of money on this. Like, you got to go. And he's like, okay, Dad, I'll be a good son. Can you take me out for ice cream afterwards? And then they fucking fish food. So.
And once again, you're trying to avoid the topic of the Dallas Cowboys.
I never avoid the topic of the Dallas Cowboys. I would just rather talk about other shit. The Cowboys suck. They perpetually suck. I don't know why you expect them to be good.
Because this week was spectacularly different.
Because we put Cooper Rush in.
No.
Because you're going to talk about,
because we had CeeDee Lamb bitching with the owner. We had Jerry Jones and CeeDee Lamb going back and forth in the media. All the Cowboys' struggles and their problems.
That happens every year.
They go through the media. And it's like everybody wants to watch them and just give Stephen A. something to laugh about.
I feel like you haven't watched or heard about the Cowboys in years because it happens every fucking year.
Not this bad.
Every year.
Not this bad. I mean,
CeeDee Lamb secured. He got his guaranteed money.
He did.
So fuck it. Put the curtains up. And Jerry Jones doesn't want to do that because he has dementia and he has no friends.
Why is Jerry so hungry? And he said it's an advantage for us. Like he's dying.
He says,
"Oh,
we know when it is. We can do this coin flip." What if you lose the fucking coin flip?
Why is he dying on that?
What if there's a change of field direction because somebody gets a pick? What if some shit happens?
It cost them 6. I mean, it didn't cost them win because they lost by significantly more than that.
They fucking suck.
They lost by a whole lot
fucking
more than that.
Terrible.
Eagles absolutely waxed them.
Oh,
as many people in our most recent TikTok that blew up and found Philly TikTok. People were commenting a lot about
all those fucking New York rejects. I don't get why they're mad because New York wouldn't even let them live there, and that's why they ended up in Philly.
They had a lot of very mean things.
Might as well be Jersey City.
They had a lot of mean things to say. I want to say for the record, I think Derek could hurdle more than any of you people think he could. This guy was sneaky athletic through our high school day. I haven't seen seen him do anything remotely athletic. I honestly I'm very curious. I have a cousin who plays varsity high school football. He's the shortest varsity football player you can imagine, and I want to see if you can hurdle him. We will try to set this up. I want to see it.
I'm running right through the motherfucker.
I want to see you try to hurdle him backwards.
Hurdle him backwards.
That's That's
why. I'm not getting paid 120 million.
You talk about how it was not impressive.
It wasn't. He's a professional athlete though.
You double down.
I fucking sell groceries, dog.
Hey, respect.
Okay, you know what? I bet I can build a display better than that. Fuck.
Hey, one guy.
I bet I can run a sales report better than fucking.
One guy in the comments said he got 500, so you can't.
Can't what? Run a business better than him?
Hurdle somebody backwards.
Anybody?
I mean, we can.
One of my friend's sisters just had a kid a few weeks ago. I don't know if you could. I'll hurdle the fuck out of that baby. Yeah, 500 bones, bro.
Hurdle Apache.
Apache's getting wrecked.
Apache can jump.
Apache's a fat
Apache can jump. Hey, he can jump higher than you think.
Big fuck.
I mean, I don't know. I probably wouldn't want to subject.
Anyways,
Apache to maybe
so all the haters out there, I appreciate the hate because I love the hate because I am a hater. So I can respect the fuck out of it.
You're a D1 hater. A lot of people had struggled with the spelling of that word too. Hatter. We saw a lot of hatters.
No, TikTok. You're judging the spelling on TikTok, and that's all I need to know.
It's crazy. Outside of Jerry Jones, and
if you have TikTok on your phone anyway, who the fuck are you? You're a Chinese plant. You're a spy.
I only downloaded one for this show. We double our follower count, which is not saying much, but we got some followers.
Yeah, I still don't have
subscribe. Follow us on TikTok. Thank you. We need some love.
Follow us on TikTok. I won't see your comments, so roast me. I don't give a fuck.
Roast him.
I give a shit. He loves reading.
I'm really for you.
He gets off of that shit. It's weird. Mad weird. Not in this chair. I've made sure of it. I blacklighted this one. The other two, don't touch if you're ever here. Don't touch.
Don't listen to Derek. Micah Parsons, we also had him after the game calling out his coach. He said, what did he say? He was talking about Zach Martin, their guard.
So he was saying how he felt bad for the old longtime veterans who are on the backside of their career this year, maybe next year, just this year really, and how Mike McCarthy can go anywhere and do whatever he wants and coach any other team because that's what he's done before. He's not loyal to the Cowboys, but Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence, these other players that have been here forever, he feels bad that they can't get it done for them. And so he made that comment, and a lot of people are saying, oh, he's assuming that he's getting fired or he wants him to get fired. Well, yeah, Micah Parsons has wanted him to get fired since last year. He already said he wanted to go with Dan Quinn. This isn't a surprise. Mike McCarthy is the worst coach that we've had since Jason Garrett. Oh, wait, a coach ago. Get the fuck out of here. Cowboys can't do anything right. Jerry Jones can't do anything right.
I think there's only one thing I think Micah Parsons did wrong. And that's he said that in an interview that wasn't his own podcast. I mean, do it for your own. Yeah,
get your own views, bro.
Do it for your own show. You know, do it for your own show. Like,
do it for the
save
vine.
it for the con. You know, you need your own views.
Do it for the gram. All right.
Do it for the gram. But man, that was
Cowboys.
That was a shit show, but it was far.
And then Trey Lance came in and didn't do anything either.
For the most interesting game we had, my Kansas City Chiefs stay undefeated with a last-second blocked field goal. I thought, to be honest, this was the one, right? And I thought this was the L.
They were 8-0 going into this game.
8-0 going into the game. They played a pretty bad game. Travis Kelce missed a touchdown. Probably would have put the game out of reach. It definitely would have put my fucking fantasy game out of reach. So I wish he would have just dropped it.
Nobody cares about fantasy.
I do care. I care about my own fantasy team. It was a tough week.
Not one person cares about yours.
You're right. You're right. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about one. You know, I care about everybody. But let me get this out. He doesn't. You know. So Travis Kelce misses that touchdown. They kick a field goal. It looks for sure like the Broncos are going to win. Chiefs are finally going to have a blemish. You know, they might be playing. If they lose that game, they're playing next week probably for 1 seed, home field advantage throughout the playoffs with the Bills, right? And what happens? Leo Chenal blows the fuck up out of it, like the guard that he was going against, and he had all game. Yeah. When they showed every kick throughout the game, he had just absolutely murdered this guy every time he fired off the ball and put this dude on his ass every single snap. And then he did it when it counted most, but this time he hurdled up and it was sick. That was sick.
Blocking a kick to end the game is filthy.
That was so.
But I'm also not a Chiefs hater. I'm a hater, not a Chiefs hater.
You're not a Chiefs hater.
I love Pat Mahomes.
How can you hate on them?
I love Pat Mahomes.
They're better. They're just better.
That doesn't factor into that equation for me.
Better.
I don't care if they win or lose, but they have Pat Mahomes.
I mean, you're right.
He's a beast.
He is
from
a beast.
Beast, Texas.
Thank you.
You act like you know the man. You know. Have a vested interest in him.
I would love to meet him one day. Yeah. I mean, it's
my friend's little brother grew up with Jackson.
Really?
Yeah. The stories are true. He is how he is. He's a menace to society.
Yeah. Jackson's an interesting.
Definitely. I think they've ceased communication.
Yeah, I would imagine so. He's caused him enough negative headlines. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, just stay away from that, man.
Yeah.
Stay away from that. Or whatever he wants to be.
But it was a crazy game. Broncos lost it at the end ultimately. I mean, I think it was also weird that side of the line had been blown up every single kick, right?
They didn't do anything to fix it.
And not only did they not do anything, they asked Will Lutz what hash he wanted it on, and he told him the right hash. Right? They lined that up for that side. So he has to kick over that side of the line. And
that's not his fault. He's kicking it how he's comfortable. If you can't block it, you can't block it.
That's true, but
he better be in that. Just like
I feel like if you'd seen it all day, I'm like, hey, this guy's getting blown up. When the game's on the line, maybe he's gonna get blown up even more. Maybe this guy's gonna pull out everything he's got for this last one.
Could be, but they've seen him get blown up already, and nothing bad happened. So maybe they just assumed it'd be okay.
Maybe. I mean,
I don't know.
Blew up in their face. Broncos did it again.
Yeah. But the best game.
Hey, Bo Nix played pretty well.
The best game last week, though, was Thursday night.
Thursday night game was
for sure
nuts. We had Bengals, Ravens, Jamar Chase.
Every time
has any receiver ever won more in a loss?
Shit.
Has any receiver ever won more in a loss? I mean, he put up 49 fantasy points.
Dude. In some leagues. Some leagues it was like 55. Yeah. I saw one league it was 70. He had how many catches? 13 catches?
13 catches.
For like
255.
Yep, 255, 260 yards. 3 tuds. And guess what? They lost the fucking game.
Yeah.
Because they decided to go for 2 with 32 seconds left on the clock. The other team still had 2 timeouts. They would have been up by 1. And they decided to go for 2 instead of kicking the extra point.
I wish Zach Taylor had come out in the post game and blamed that loss on Troy Aikman for his commentary of Baker Mayfield on last Monday night's game, because they were I can't believe the Bucs didn't think about going for 2 there. Just complete the easiest, laziest fucking criticism to have after the game, even though he was saying it in real time.
Yeah,
right? I remember cursing him out because I needed overtime for my fantasy. I know we're not going to talk about my fantasy team too much, but he was like really going in that they should be that they should be going for 2 in that situation, and they didn't, and they lost the game. But that's also because they lost the coin toss. I think you kicked the extra point there. I think we're in agreement on that.
Yeah, you kick the extra point, you take it to overtime, unless you're playing the Chiefs.
I think you do it with the Chiefs too. I would have done it if I was in Todd Bowles.
Every team except for the Chiefs. I'm sorry, I have way too much respect for Pat Mahomes.
I also think that if you lose the coin toss, you're gonna win. Or you're gonna lose, but you can win the coin toss. Try to win the coin toss. You got a 50-50 shot. Why not gamble it? Why not fucking put it up to fate?
It's easy to say as a degenerate.
I know. It's easy for me to say.
Who doesn't have to report back to the owner and the shareholders the fans?
Coach the Packers. Fucking no. I
stakeholders. How's that, bitch?
Yeah, sure. There you go. You go. But I don't know. I feel like it was such an easy thing to say after it. You should go for 2 there.
Yeah, you don't say that after. I mean, if you say it before, that's one thing.
And everybody said it. Everybody had something to say. I stand with Zach Taylor. I think it was, or not Zach Taylor, Todd Bowles. I think Zach Taylor fucked up. I think Zach Taylor should have said, "This is on Troy Aikman. Fuck you, Troy."
All I gotta say is Lamar Jackson pulled it out, and Lamb Jack beats everybody except for Pat Mahomes. So that's all he's got to do is overcome that, and he'll be the winner.
He's looking like the MVP this year. He's gonna have that in the bag.
He's doing great. I
mean, who's his competition right now? I mean, Jamar Chase. Not gonna give it to someone on 4-16.
Who else? No, Sam Darnold, Justin Jefferson, Sam Darnold,
JJ, Jamar.
Somebody around there.
Yeah, J.K. Dobbins. People are talking. Comeback player of the year. He's got that a lot. People are talking.
People are talking.
People are talking. You know
who else even talking about, bro?
You know who else people are talking about?
Who?
My boy Bryce Young. Back-to-back wins. One in Germany.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was in Germany. It was in Germany. I like that.
Going to Germany and winning there in Germany.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try a voice. But I'm a huge negative on Bryce Young. I obviously don't like him. You're super hater. But I like the game in Germany. I like the game being played in Germany. I like the fans there. I like the Hockley flex. So Ed Hockley,
that was a flex.
Son,
God,
Sean Hockley is a head umpire referee now.
Learn from Dad. Let's make it all. Let's make the whole fucking game about me.
Ed Hockley. If you don't know who Ed Hockley is, he is the most jacked. Well, one of the most jacked football umpire. What do they call them? Referees, football referees.
Yeah.
To ever referee a game, and he lets you fucking see those guns. His sleeves are custom cut.
Later in his career too, he got more yoked than he ever was earlier in his career, and then he started requesting those shirts like specially made.
He was wearing an extra medium.
Give me those small sleeves. I want to feel big.
He said, "Give me the extra medium. It looks big on the camera." Anyway, so that's Ed Hockley, great referee.
And I'm shocked that his son also
good person,
and he also Ed Hockley, good referee, but he also was the king of like 3-minute long explanations for the
he wanted to be on camera.
There's an inadvertent whistle, and I apologize from the deepest depths of my heart. I apologize to the fans. And,
he was on the guns though. Yeah, you want to be on the camera if you're
I'm shocked that his son. You're right.
Okay, so his son Sean Hockley is a referee now as well, and he got the opportunity to ref the game in Germany. It was in Munich. It was in Munich. So I
don't know that. I think so. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. But they were there, and they were there. He was calling a flag, calling a penalty. One of the first ones he got to call of the game. Yeah. And he says the first part in German. And it was awesome. The crowd heard him and appreciated the shit out of it. And they were all cheering. And that's just one thing where, I know the NFL is trying to break down these borders and get everywhere so they can make more money. Yeah. But it's also cool to see that happen because nobody told him to do that. I'm sure nobody really suggested it. He kind of thought of it. And he's just flexing on everybody that, hey, we can do this. I appreciate you guys being here.
I think it was cool. I think it was also half-assed. He didn't do it for the whole fucking game. If you're going to learn language, learn language.
He didn't learn language. He's over there for a week.
He's probably been Duolingoing for 5 months to make that happen.
So you're going to hate on this man right now? I'm not even hating on the guy.
The Hockley family, dude. Fuck him. I don't know.
Wow.
Hockley's,
we do not share that thought as a podcast.
They make the whole game about them. They always have.
As long as you don't make bad calls, I don't care. Do your thing.
And I will say, normally, I don't have any memories of Eddie Hockley making bad calls.
No, he was a very good referee.
He was a good referee. I'm shocked. I am shocked that at this point in his career, he hasn't tried to take over Mike Pereira's job. I am shocked. I am absolutely shocked that he hasn't.
I think it would cut into
he would love to be called in and be like wearing a sleeveless shirt. You know what I mean? Like, he's in an office wearing look, I'm still yoked. Like,
I feel like Ed Hockley is so into. He probably dove so hard into fitness that he's in bed by 8 p.m., up by 4 a.m. with his raw eggs and his 2-mile run and his primal lifestyle because he's trying to stay yoked and everything. He doesn't give a fuck about all that. I mean, he wants the best body he can have. So when he goes out on Saturdays and rides his Harley down with his wife on the bitch seat, he pulls up to the local bar and he's the cat's meow. He's just got the vest on, and it's striped like a fucking. It's striped vest. Like he wants people to know who he is, and he's got the guns fully out. It's just a vest, fully out, and he's asking for cheese tots.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he went the opposite way. Maybe he went Dwight from Globo Gym and just got fat again.
It looks like us on the couch right now.
Yeah, maybe. God. I don't know. Shout out to
shout out to Jets Pizza.
I hate on Hockley. Like the Hockley take came off a little strong. I don't hate him that much. It's hard for me to be.
This man's already backpedaling from his hate. What a pussy! I don't know. What my hate stays.
The speaking German was kind of cool. I just do it the whole game.
Spriggan's the dick.
Have a little bit of dexterity there.
Shout out Nash. Shout out Nashy boy. Distracting Matthew right now.
Yeah, he is here. He's trying to get in.
He's like, what is going on?
He wants to be part.
One of the co-stars, Nash, the puppy dog, wants in here, but he's not allowed right now.
No.
Too much expensive chit in here.
Way too much. Outside of that, I didn't get to watch the Monday night or the Sunday night game too hard.
Which one was Sunday night?
Texans-Lions.
Oh, Texans-Lions.
Which the Texans that was a good one. Choke job. I mean, absolute choke job from what I saw. Like, I need to think they'll do more. Right? We're not talking about the fantasy team, but I need to think they'll do a little more. Should put it that way.
Choke job.
He didn't. If he had decided to moss somebody in the end zone, I was getting away from the wedding I was at and watching some of the video. But yeah, it just looked like I was shocked when I saw the score early in the first half.
So Jared Goff, quarterback of the Detroit Lions, threw 5 interceptions for the whole game.
And still won.
And they won the game still. The team played very well, and the Texans did not, especially after the first quarter, really. Yeah. Joe Mixon had 20 rushes for 40 yards at one point. It was not. They couldn't move the ball. C.J. Stroud wasn't doing it. Their receivers weren't really getting open. Detroit just shut them down. Their line was still getting through without Hutchinson, which was scary. Yeah. I think they even let the guy that they trade for. I think he sat because he hadn't had a bye this whole year. they traded a 3rd-round pick for somebody on the defensive line. I can't remember who it was, but his team was having their bye this week, and the Lions already had their bye.
Zadarius Smith,
something like that. And then Dan Campbell was like, "Bro, you can sit out this week because you don't have a bye at all. We need you fresh."
Yeah.
But they still won the fucking game.
Zadarius Smith, Big Z. He played for the Browns forever. He's a beast.
Is he?
Like when he's an animal, bro. He can.
Oh, there's a replay. Sorry, Spurs popped up. Spurs popped up. I got excited.
He saw Wemby
I saw my Wim boner go up. I had my Wemby sense is tingling.
Jesus.
21 points at half.
Okay.
Fuck out of here. He is. Okay, that was blasphemous.
But yeah, it was an absolute choke job. I will say, CJ, like after the Jets loss, I heard that CJ Stroud did the vaunted like players only meeting.
Oh.
When you hear that somebody does a players only meeting, when a team does a players only meeting, bet against them in every fucking game that they have for the rest of the season.
Bet against them.
Bet against them. They are done. They are done when they pull players only out. You know, like it's the most rah point. Like I don't know.
Hold on, let me. I need to
way?
correct myself. Wemby has 21 points and they have 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Okay. Go ahead.
Sick. Like, how did you feel when you played? It was a long time ago when you played sports and you had somebody doing the rah shit in the locker room.
Okay.
Like in there, like, did y'all ever have those? Like,
I don't care.
I hated it. I honestly I wasn't that big of a hater, but I was just like,
but you're too serious.
Me?
Yes. When you got in the zone and you get in the zone, you mistake anger for being hyped and amped.
No, but the dudes,
and it doesn't have to have any anger behind it.
Especially when I quit football, went to baseball. We had some dudes that came over from after football season. They tried to do the yelling in the locker room shit, and to me, like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like when this shit doesn't stand. You know, like I mean, it happened in college too. Like, you know, like every losing team has a players only meeting. They're like, guys, we need to all get here and we're gonna figure out how to win. They never figure out how to win. They're all fucked. Like
that's because they're all
you're
so
probably
scared.
all gonna transfer. Your coach is gonna be fired. Like you're all fucked.
Well, they're all
when you
scared
do the players only. You're meaning
holding
like,
their peers accountable. If we're gonna take this to a level right now, all right. They all want to sit there and scream something's wrong. We got to fix it. Everybody needs to fix themselves. Yeah. But they're not there to say, hey, you weren't there at practice for 2 weeks straight. You've been playing like absolute shit. What are you doing? Hey, you have a fucking alcohol problem. Why are you even on the team right now? Where's the individual accountability? Where's the real leaders talking to these people behind the scenes? Because out in front of this rah-rah 52-man in the fucking locker room shit, it doesn't matter if that one person isn't tuned in, and they're not going to be. If they don't care enough and they're getting paid to play these sports, but they don't care enough to earn that wage and earn that title as an entertainer, as a professional athlete, then yeah, you should be calling them out individually in front of their peers.
I think that there is one purpose for NFL players only meetings. And that's so players can leak to the media that they had a players only meeting. And you wouldn't imagine the shit that CJ Stroud just said. Like, oh man, the leaders,
who's saying that?
The veteran leaders in the locker room really stood up and like they called this guy out. They wanted like
nobody got called out.
It's a crank off sesh, dude. That's all it fucking is.
Crank off sesh, locker room. You can't talk about that because at Westwood that was biscuit racism.
Sorry, we're not the Rangers.
$20 sausages.
We're not the Rangers organization. Look it up.
Oh, y'all were damn close.
Look it up.
Y'all were close.
Oh man. All right, that's about all I got for the NFL. Anything else in the NFL?
Cowboys fucking suck.
I mean, we knew that was the first topic. College football happened this weekend.
Yeah, it definitely happened. One of the really, really big games this week happened in the Big 12.
Yep.
It was actually huge. Like the media was all over it.
We had Big Noon kickoff from Fox. The Fox equivalent to College Game Day was in Lubbock. Lubbock was excited. We were excited for this game, and I kind of knew. I didn't know that we were going to lose, right? But I kind of knew the dialogue came around the Tech students throwing stuff, right? Like it's kind of been our MO for a while. We've thrown tortillas forever, right? That's been a tradition. However,
Shader knows about that.
People start throwing other shit and
empty beers. Lubbock, that's disgraceful. I know Lubbock to be a drunk, hazardous, meth-filled wasteland where your beers get fucking finished. Your beers get fucking finished, and y'all are finishing beers at the stadium. What kind of privileged fuckers are going to Tech now?
To be clear, everything I saw from the Colorado players pulling shit up, they're water bottles. They weren't beers.
Your boy Dion, Showtime.
He said they threw everything at us, but my mama or something.
No, half full beers. He said too.
Okay. I didn't see any, right? I'm at least glad I didn't hear anything about us throwing batteries this time. That's what everybody likes to say, we throw battery. I've never seen a battery thrown. I've seen one really, like I have one story. I'm not going to name any names, but I had a buddy who couldn't stand straight.
Moran.
No, it was not Moran. It was not a buddy that, it was a buddy that had a few too many drinks and the most classless shit I've ever seen, right? It was my buddy who pulled a dip of Copenhagen out and threw it at the Longhorn Band. And it landed in a Longhorn Band cowboy hat.
That's fucked up.
It was messed up, right? And yeah, I'm not proud of that. I don't condone that.
He's proud of it.
He walked it back. Eventually, the next day I was like, hey, that was probably messed up. We walked it back. Then he didn't feel any regret during that day. But yeah, I mean, there's stuff that happens that I'm not proud of, and I just want to say, like, yes, the Colorado players were like really, really talking shit to our crowd.
So.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't
right?
give you the right.
We shouldn't be throwing shit. And...
Coming from a Texas fan, you only throw things on the field when it's going to change the call that just happened on the field.
Yeah,
that's the only
Shedeur had a funny comment that was like he totally had a jack. He was like, I mean, I thought they threw flags in the Texas people because they were throwing flags. I didn't know they could throw tortillas. All right, Shedeur, let me tell you something. We've been throwing tortillas since 1960. All right, we've been
tortilla tossing troglodytes.
We can throw tortillas. Right? It's been
Proud
okay.
Of it
like they try. Actually, when I was in school, they said no tortillas. And we still, it's not a few. There was some
Shedeur signed a fucking tortilla.
He signed a tortilla.
It's funny. It was awesome.
You know, like I thought Travis Hunter picking a tortilla up, putting it in his pants in the first quarter was funny.
Why did he put it in his pants?
Because he had no pockets, football pants.
So he was like, "Oh,
he put it right. He put it right on the.
Well, then Shedeur signed one that had a hole in the middle. Was that the same one?
Yeah, all of them have holes in the middle. It makes it air. If you know anything about tortilla aerodynamics. You fold them up.
I know because I fucking eat tortillas. It's blasphemous to throw them on a football field. That's why you get
the bullshit flour mission tortillas.
Who gets mission? Who even buys that shit?
They throw the best.
HEB tortillas.
They throw the best. No, HEB tortillas are for eating. You eat the HEB tortillas. You throw the bullshit mission ones.
You shouldn't even throw any tortillas.
Trust me.
People are dying out there.
Oh, the audacity! Kids do fucking tortillas. Oh no!
They could have thrown them across the border and they would have been better use.
I feel like the tortillas are fine. But I understand if the school now wants to crack down on them. It'll be interesting. As far as the game itself, we hung in there. I don't think Colorado's that great. I don't think we're that great either.
Thank you.
I will hand up. We're not that great. We're not a very good team. I had that realization. I've had that realization multiple times this year. And then I always talk myself out of it. Here we are. We're on Wednesday night. So the game happened 4 days ago. So I have a little more time to process than I normally do.
And how do you feel?
Good. We're not that good, man. Our Taj Brooks. First off, Taj Brooks. Now Texas Tech's all-time leading rusher. He broke the record. I was so happy for him. Austin Boy. We're happy for him.
Where's he from? What school did he go to?
Hendrickson, Pflugerville.
Oh, isn't that the same school as Samaje Perine?
Yeah. Nice. So, I was really happy for Taj. Outside of that, though, we allowed way too much pressure. Shout out to Warren Sapp. He has that D-line for Colorado playing hard. He's the
Warren
Sapp is their D-line coach, and he's it's a pretty cool story too, because he went back and got his degree just because Deion told him I want you to go back and get your degree before you coach on my staff.
Really?
And he went back and got his degree. He's worked his ass off. He's come out and said this job is giving me purpose.
Does Deion have a degree?
I think yeah.
Okay.
I mean I hope so. If he's barking orders like that to Warren Sapp, I would hope he has one. But I don't know for sure. I will say I think that I still love Deion. Right, Deion is a great interview. I think he's a fun, electric coach. I love Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter is amazing to watch. I'm torn if I'm rooting for them the rest of the way or not.
For what?
Shedeur, he bothers me. Shedeur Sanders fucking bothers.
You like the family that pushes ball boys?
I thought that was blown out of proportion. I think.
And that was a ball man, by the way. That was not a ball boy.
That situation, 20s. if you saw, there was after the last touchdown of the game, there was the game looks. If you just look at the final score, the game looked a lot more of a blowout than it was. There was a chance Tech had with a minute and a half left to get the ball back down and score a touchdown, tie the game. Right, we had a chance to tie the game, and on the first play of that drive, they got some rush. It looked like an incomplete pass, but they reviewed it. Said his hand was coming forward without the ball. I think bullshit, personally. I thought the refs were atrocious. They should fucking be embarrassed with themselves. The refs really should. I think we lost that game fair and square. I think those refs should be fucking ashamed of themselves. I'll get to the refs here in a bit. But Shadur Sanders, like, I don't think he's that fucking good. He's not as good to be as cocky as he is.
He is good enough to beat Texas Tech, though.
Not. Oh, yeah. Okay, congrats. So is whatever fucking quarterback Sawyer, whoever the quarterback for fucking Baylor was. They killed us. Like, I'm not saying it's
Baylor.
Like, yeah, Baylor killed us this year, right? So did whoever the quarterback is for TC. Like, we are not that good of a football team, and I am able to, at this point in the season, say that and acknowledge that, right? We're not that good. We're gonna beat somebody in a bowl game. We ruined Iowa State season. Haha. We did our little Texas Tech things. We're annoying to play. I would hate to play us. But Shadur it's not like Shadur, whoever drafts him, I think, is making a colossal mistake this year.
Really?
Yeah. And I also think
what if it's my Cowboys? Would you be
I think
happy?
it's gonna be hilarious because I think what's gonna happen is Travis is gonna go 1. I think the Giants are gonna try to take him number 2. And I feel like Dion is going to clash with the Giant. I think he's going to try to Archie Manning, like Archie did with Eli. I think he's going to try that because he said he would.
I think he just becomes a head coach at that point.
Think about this too. There's a story about Dion when he was in draft prep, right? Dion went to a Giants test. They had a test they were doing, an aptitude test, and he asked them, when are y'all drafting me? Or when are y'all drafting me? He said 9. He goes, I'm not going to be here at 9, and closed the book.
Yeah.
And walked out. Pimp story. Like, that's sick. But I don't feel like, I think that Giants hate is there from his Cowboys days, and they've not been good at developing quarterbacks at all, right?
Well, no team is there. Even Tom Brady's sounded off. Developing quarterbacks doesn't happen in the NFL anymore.
Right.
They just give you the offense. If you can't do it, you can't do it. They don't develop you. So it needs to happen in college. But
which I think, who I think there's one quarterback that's probably getting really well developed this year. Michael Penix. People are talking about him. He's getting developed. I think he's going to be just fine. But I want to get to the refs as well. I want to get to the refs because there were some bullshit fucking calls, and there were some.
And him complaining right now is going to fix it.
It's not going to fix it. I think it's a broader issue. It's been an issue watching Big 12 sports of all kinds. Football, basketball, baseball. Our officiating is consistently the worst out of all Power 5 schools. All Power 5 conferences. Year after year after year. And the Utah AD, this is his first year of dealing with it. He sounded off after their game. Their game was stolen from him. He was strong. Honestly, I was happy for it because it kind of swept under the rug. Joey McGuire came out after the game, our coach, Tech's coach. He came out and said, this was, he said, we've got to be better. I know Dion's probably telling his team they've got to be better. Like, it wasn't the cleanest game. He goes, the refs need to be better because the refs,
he said
they missed 5 clear face mask calls, including one. And get this, there is a face mask. It was a 4th down for Texas Tech later in the game, 4th quarter. There's a 4th down where their D lineman comes and grabs Baron Morton's face mask and tugs it directly down. And then a guy swoops in afterwards and hits him. They throw a flag. And we're like, okay, we got a first down because it's a clear face mask. They called targeting. They reviewed the play. It was not targeting. Because they did not call a face mask, it's Colorado's ball.
Good.
Bullshit, dude. That is fucking horseshit.
It happens in the NFL. It's getting him ready for the NFL.
But why did they miss all on the other side? Like, it was the first game that I've watched that I'm like, I believe there might be a fix in. Right, I'm not gonna. It was that bad. There was also a moment where, early in the 3rd quarter, it's 17-10, Tech's down, but we are Colorado's driving, right? But we forced an out, 3 and out on a 3rd and 15, right? And they called the most bullshit fucking roughing the passer I think I've ever seen. Like, a guy hit him in his waist. They said he went below the knees, and that call totally changed the game. Because that gives them a first down. They go down and score a touchdown. Yes, we should have stopped them after that. But that is like going from a 4th down where they're going to have to punt the ball at midfield to them have the ball and going up by 2 possessions on us, right? Like, stuff like that just consistently went against us. And I think it was bullshit. So I do think, congrats to Colorado. Yeah, okay, get out of here. I mean, fuck you to the refs. Huge fuck you to the refs. Huge fuck you to the Big 12 refs and all. All right, well, outside of that, tidy up college football here. The rankings came out yesterday. Did you get a chance to see them?
The only one that matters, number 3.
That's not the only one that matters. There's a lot more implications that matter.
I don't care about them.
And people are upset. SEC fans are a bit upset because they see a pretty clear path to SEC maybe not getting as many teams in as they thought.
The Big Ten is beating each other. So,
they
still have games against each other.
We had Oregon at 1, obviously. Ohio State at 2, clearly. Texas at 3, stretch. Penn State
stretch 4. Like Texas Tech got that asshole.
I think Indiana should clearly be a
a
number 3 team in the nation. I don't know why they're not, personally.
Because there's no pedigree.
You don't think there's pedigree?
No.
Who's y'all's best win?
Ours?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Who do you think it is?
Maybe Michigan. Maybe Michigan. I don't know. Like, it's not like pedigree. It's just an interesting. Thing to bring up.
Indiana is traditionally one of the worst programs in the nation, so they're being cautiously.
So what does that have to do with this fucking season?
That's what.
So these are the type of arguments that are already starting.
That's what they do, and they put that in the college. They put these people in a room, idiots like us, that argue these same exact points. So this is an actual representation of what happens. So don't try and get mad. Y'all voted for this shit instead of a computer.
I didn't vote for anything.
Well, you allowed this shit instead of a computer.
I allowed it. What the fuck am I going to do?
You should be protesting.
Get on Twitter and yell.
Telling ESPN, this and that. No, blah, blah.
All I'm saying is Texas loses the game they shouldn't this year. Right? Y'all lose to either Arkansas or Kentucky. Right?
We won't lose either of those games.
Then y'all lose to A&M. So y'all are out of the Big 12 championship.
We're not even in the Big 12.
The SEC championship. Excuse me.
I'm done with you.
Right. There's a way that a 3-loss LSU team gets in, wins the SEC championship. They should be ranked lower than Army, who's undefeated. Maybe the SEC gets locked out of the playoff. Wouldn't that be something?
What if dragons were real and came down and burned your fucking house?
I'm telling you right now.
Let it play out.
I'm telling you right now.
Enjoy it if it happens.
That is the only thing I have left to root for this year. It's the SEC getting completely locked out of a 12-team playoff. I think it'd be hilarious. I also think it'd be the end of college football because the SEC fans would try to revolt. Right, they would try to appeal to Trump or some shit. Right, like there would be something happening like that.
It's the second episode in a row you mentioned names.
Hey, whatever. Topical. But it's not going to happen. But I can dream. Right, a kid can dream. Go Indiana. They're the people's school. They're America's team right now. I also think I would like BYU to put on for the conference, but BYU Colorado in a championship. I don't know. It's
the Soakers versus the Super Soakers.
It just feels like a bummer. I don't know. It feels like a Big 12 bummer to me.
I feel like you just want to tech there, and nobody.
Of course, I want to tech there. I mean, it's true. There's something to be said for that. There's a lot to be said for that. To be honest with you, what did you think?
I think that nobody cares about the Big 12. Big 10 is showing out, but everybody still has to play everybody. It'll all pan out in the end. I'm not worried about what's going to happen in a month or two from now because nothing I do right now can change it or influence it. So what I think is that it's time for something even more important.
Yeah.
And that's the James Moran segment of the week.
Oh, going straight to it.
I'm getting into it.
Straight to the Spurs.
James Moran's favorite basketball team, the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah.
Past 2 games, I know you haven't been paying as much attention. Past 2 games have been showing out. Thanks to Victor Wembanyama. Victor! He's fucking buckets, blocks, boards, assists, steals, probably halftime handies. His hands are huge, though, so probably make your meat look real small. But the man is doing it all. Except for saving Greg Popovich's life, unfortunately, who had a mild stroke on November 2nd. We hope that Greg Popovich comes back stronger if he wants to come back, if he can. Probably the best coach to ever do it. Definitely, in my opinion, yes. But very possibly could be a fact as well. But either way, the Spurs are balling. Devin Vassell's back. Jeremy Sohan got hurt, so shout out. He'll come back soon. He's going to come back tough. Yeah. The whole team is.
How's my boy Castle doing?
Seth Castle's looking Rookie of the Year worthy. He's starting now, too. Rookie of the Year worthy, playing 25 to 30 minutes a game, playing lockdown defense. Lockdown. They're scared to go in the paint with him and Wemby around. They're scared to run pick and rolls with him and Wemby around. They're trembling in their boots. And that's the whole fucking league. Do you think
this year he's even been better than Bronny on defense? Bronny getting G League action.
Only home games in the G League, though.
That's crazy.
Only home games. He's dictating his playing time.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bronny because
somebody brought up a good point about that. I heard the other day. They were like, of course he's only playing home games. Like, do you think LeBron James Jr. has ever stepped foot in an airport before? Like, he doesn't know how.
Yeah, you think he's flying?
The G League flies commercial. Do you think LeBron James
like
Jr.
if they have a game in Vegas, I'm sure that they just bust
like,
there.
Father, can we use the private jet today? Like, can me and my friends travel to Grand Rapids to go
you
play?
You think he talks like that? He asked for the Great Poupon.
Yes, can I please?
Get the fuck out of here.
Can I please have the private jet?
Give Bronny a little.
Can we
credit,
use 3 of them? The third one at least. You know that. You know we normally. You know, I don't know. I feel like I mean, shout out to Bronny. Taking his humble pie right now.
Humble pie, like he's not making millions.
He shouldn't be. God, he shouldn't be. But you know,
you can't say that.
He shouldn't be.
Go beat him in a game.
And that kid's name is.
Go beat him in a game.
That kid's name is Greg Smith. He's fucking never seen the league.
Here's the deal.
And you know that.
Here's the deal. If I'm gonna have to jump backwards over some midget, you're gonna have to play 1-on-1 with some high school player.
Vertically challenged. Yeah.
Dwarf. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to be called.
Yeah.
Short person.
Yeah. I mean,
tiny fuck.
I don't know. I feel like good for Steph Castle though. I mean,
he's doing great. He's
doing well for my fantasy team as well.
Nobody cares. Once again,
you know
about your fantasy team, and we can't even watch the Spurs because you can't even crack a stream around here.
I don't care.
Get a VPN.
I don't care what you think about my streaming setup.
I just need a VPN. I need to see the Spurs.
Really,
the Bulls are beating the dog shit out of the Knicks.
I really don't care.
82-63 with 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
That's crazy.
He hit me with the.
You're trying to distract everybody from the fact that y'all absolutely gaslit me last episode. You, Matthew, and you. Okay, am I the most locked in at this point in the NBA season? No. Admittedly, I've got other things to focus on. I love college football. I love the NFL, obviously.
What else?
What else do I love? I mean, college basketball. I would put college basketball above the NBA.
What else?
That's 3 sports.
What else?
NBA probably comes fourth.
You didn't even mention your wife. Dumb fuck.
Okay, when I'm talking about sports here.
No, I said what do you love? I didn't say what sports do you love.
Whatever.
And she's right around the. Hey,
don't try to fucking lawyer me with that. I love my wife. You know that.
I love my wife.
You're gaslighting again because you're trying to distract me from the fact. And I said the Suns are pretty good because I know this only because I keep track of my fantasy team.
He watches Devin Booker
and Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant's hurt right now. I understand. I am aware of that. But I said the Suns have been pretty good, and y'all laughed at me like I didn't know ball.
You don't know ball. They've had the
They're tied for first in the Western Conference.
Them and the Warriors.
Like, they're legitimately one of the better teams in baseball.
10 games into an 82-game season.
They're not the undefeated Cavs.
10 games into an 82-game season. And the other team with the 2 easiest schedules in the association
I'm sorry.
are top.
I'm sorry.
So their schedule gets harder. So therefore, by logic, their record's going to go down.
I don't trust that either of y'all have the nuance to watch a team and know exactly what their flaws are to show it long-term effects and they're 8-2 now.
I mean,
but
I could definitely do it.
What? Okay, call out the record. What's their record?
8-2. Oh, they're at the end of the year.
End of the season.
I can't even do math like that, but I guarantee
it's 82 games.
They're going to be under neither of them will be a top 6 seed in the playoffs. Neither of them.
Neither of them. We're talking about the Phoenix Suns
and the Golden State Warriors. Neither of them.
I said nothing about the Warriors.
Yeah, I'm throwing them in because we talked about it earlier together.
Okay.
But neither of them.
Neither here nor there.
The Suns might. The Suns will be in the play-in. I'm
talking about the Phoenix Suns.
The Suns will be in the play-in tournament.
And you think that they won't be a top 6 seed?
No, they won't.
Let's bet on that. What do you want to
bet? What do I want?
to be a slab to be named later.
But from where? From who?
We'll figure it out.
What?
We'll figure it out. Equal value.
Spit on your hand.
Come on.
You better not
actually,
have, you bitch.
Actually spit on it. Come on now.
Get the fuck out of here. Suns will not be a top 6
because that is trash. Like that is a trash take. They won't be a top 16. They might be a 1 seed this year. They might. I'm just telling y'all. And y'all gonna act. Y'all both laughing still like I don't know ball. I do know ball. I know that those 2 players.
You know what else you said that was a guarantee was that Tech was going undefeated or losing only 1 game.
I didn't say it was a guarantee. I never guarantee.
You said guarantee, and we have it on camera probably a couple times.
I would never guarantee. If I guaranteed it, it was facetious.
And we have clips of it, so I don't trust you. That's your team too. Supposed to be your number 1 sport and your number 1 team, and you couldn't even pick that shit right.
I just let me down.
It's okay, bro.
They let me down every year, and we're gonna get past it. It's not a Texas Tech podcast.
I mean, it is what you want it to be.
It is. No, I don't. That'd be too depressing.
Well, actually, there's
just get on here and have me mope and be like,
there's a scandal at Texas Tech happening right now that a lot of people don't know about. But in the third floor at one of the dorms, there's a serial shower shitter.
Yeah.
Somebody who keeps waffle stomping. Look it up.
Patchy, get back, bud. Go to your bed.
Keeps waffle stomping in a shared shower on the third floor.
Is he waffle stomping them?
They're dropping them in the shower.
I feel like if he was waffle stomping, the Reddit post might not get there.
Yeah, they may not be mad. Anyways,
there's no waffle stomp happening.
They're leaving turds out, and there's a $750 bounty on information and evidence,
which seems light to me.
And well, like, what kind of evidence? Like you said earlier, how are you gonna get the evidence? Somebody shitting? Are you gonna hold like
somebody bringing their phone and like videoing and like? Boom! Here's the curtain. Like,
or a hidden camera type shit, a ring camera in the toilet.
Maybe that's incentivizing some questionable behavior.
Yeah, somebody else will just come and just knock one out for you.
You know, like I feel like the person that showers shitting. What if they're just showering?
What if that's how they grew up showering and they don't know any better? Because they're from Lubbock and Lubbock is a shithole anyway.
Okay, easy.
Oh,
easy
my bad. I forgot this wasn't a Texas Tech podcast.
Easy. I mean, I will say that Reddit post made me very happy. I never lived in the dorms at Texas Tech. I am a big proponent. I think that our acceptance rate is simply too high, right? If it wasn't that high, you wouldn't have been an alum. No, that's not true. That's not true. I remember transferring in. I was like, that was pretty low bar to get in, and I got in, right. And I love the school. I do think that there's a difference in people that made it to the end at Tech and the people that left a little early. Some people can't handle Lubbock. Some people can't handle Lubbock. I mean, there is a party. There's something to do every night if you want. And I've seen people. There's
one thing to do every night. And
I've seen people get multiple goose egg GPAs. Multiple. I've seen like.
Call out a name on that one.
No, I won't.
Do I know them?
I won't. No, you don't. But yeah, I mean, some people that just come in, I was like, oh, this kid's not gonna make it, and they didn't. I was normally pretty right about that. But yeah, I just think we have too many idiots. It leads back into the people throwing shit. Somebody ruins it for everybody. And yeah, somebody shits in the dorms. Like, great, You're really killing it for everybody.
I think Cooper Flagg stays in dorms. You think he stays, or like an offside apartment?
No, they've got like
NIL. You think he's renting
go to bed.
a house?
Go to bed, bud. Go to your own bed. Go to your own bed, bud.
Sorry, Patchy.
Patchy dog, go.
No,
no, sir.
He thinks you're calling.
No, sir.
Get on out, dog.
Go to bed.
He's sassy as shit.
Yeah, he's got an attitude. They normally like to get in this chair right here.
Oh, I know, and they like to sniff out
problem.
there. It's in the way.
Back on track. Enough about waffle stomping. Sproul. Did you see what Sproul did?
Called a timeout.
He called Chris Webber. He called
in the
timeout.
NBA.
He was so mad, dude. It was such a perfect he was so pissed about the inbound play. He's like timeout, and then realized they didn't have one. And then the real MVP is a cameraman for knowing Jalen Rose was there.
Oh yeah,
and throwing it immediately to Jalen Rose, who's just like having flashbacks to
Jalen Rose was on the Michigan team when they did that in the Fab Four national championship. 5. One of them.
Yeah.
That's
how they lost it.
Also, he gave up 81 points to Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace.
Yep. He did, and wears it too. Jalen Rose is the best.
Now he blocks people on Twitter. Firsthand knowledge.
You don't like Jalen Rose?
I have tweeted him about giving up 81 points to Kobe, and he blocked me.
He has you blocked him?
Yes, because he's soft as fuck. It was the anniversary, and everybody was tweeting him, and he blocked everybody that tweeted him.
I mean, he's probably tired. I mean, real original.
You're the only person in the world to ever give up 81. Be proud. Own it.
I mean, yeah. And
fucking Kobe.
He did it. Do you remember he did? He's laughed at himself enough, but I know true self-deprecation when I see it, and like self-deprecation as a defense mechanism, maybe.
I use it all the time.
Not to get too deep, right? But he did that commercial with Kobe. You remember that one where like he was sitting next to Kobe, and Kobe's like, They're like, how many olives do you want? And he was like, 81. And like stared him down.
Fun fact: he wasn't in the same room. They did that separate shots.
Yeah. Well, it was a good episode, or good ad, right? Self-deprecating, but it clearly. He remember I've even heard him break it down where I only give up 17 of those points. He has a defense like that. Like other people were guarding Kobe.
No, he gave up 81. He gave up a fat fucking.
But
81.
He got another moment there. Shout out to the cameraman. The cameraman was really genius for flipping right to him and be like, boom, we got Jalen Rose here. That was crazy. And Clay's return. I think Clay's return to Golden State was sick. They all had the captain hats.
Yeah. That was. They showed a lot of respect to Clay.
That was sick. They had to.
Well, yeah, and then I thought it was sick that fucking Chef Curry showed up and cooked his ass and they won the game. He was screaming, "This is my shit! This is my shit!"
He was animated. Man.
Yeah, because he was playing his best friend who left the team. Could have re-signed. Technically, could have re-signed, but Now they're looking better.
Not for what they were going to pay him. He's Klay Thompson. He was going to go out and get his.
He needed a change of pace.
I'm happy for him.
Gave it to him.
Klay looks very happy. He's playing free. They're going to play him 3 more times after this. Like, I think Klay will get his last laugh. I like Klay. I think the Mavs team is fun to watch. I'm not a Mavs fan like I was at the postseason.
He's not locked in like that. I'm really upset with how Gafford's playing defense. And I'm a Spurs fan, so I don't want the Mavs to be good. But Gafford's defense has been horrendous the beginning of this year in the paint. When last year, that was his mainstay. That and rebounding. So, they'll see. They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Go Spurs, go.
Yeah. Well, switching up, staying on basketball, but you catch the Kentucky Duke game last night.
Yeah, Duke lost.
Duke
has some terrible players on their team.
Like who?
That white dude named Flag or something like that.
Oh, get out!
He gave up the turnover to lose the game.
You're just scared because you think that he's gonna get more hype than Wemby.
Absolutely not. Nobody could do that. He's an
I
alien.
think his card market might get more hype than
I hope so. Please, so then I can buy all the Wembanyamas I want.
The reason why I think that
I don't care why you think that.
Okay, we'll leave it at that then. I will say.
Wait, who?
Cooper Flag.
Cares.
I don't care. Whatever. You did something there, bud.
I did.
Well, Cooper Flag, I do appreciate. Like, I think this is just a comment I'll make about watching him. I watched the game. I was excited to watch Cooper Flag. Everybody's been talking about him. You know, he got buckets on LeBron before the Olympics. He's at 17 doing things. He was the best player on the court last night. They maybe gave him the ball a little too much, a little too early, but I think that would be better for him in the long run. I think they win the national championship this year. Calling that right now. I said it here.
No, man.
Duke wins the national championship. Yeah, I know. What a take. But I think that they will. They're going to gel. That kid's going to get more and more confidence. I like that we have a player who sweats. I feel like I've been misrepresented. I watch these NBA games, and I can't relate to any of these dudes. They play a full game, and, like, their hair looks just fine at the end of it. You know what I mean? All these players' hair. Like, this kid was like Tom Brady when he used to play NFL. He'd take his helmet off. No sweat, right? I never understood that. I'm somebody that sweats profusely all the time when I play. I mean, clearly, you know.
When you sit there, you sweat.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
you're not lying.
You're not
lying.
My back gets a little hot too. You know,
it was just like watching the game, and I was like, "Hey, this kid's front bangs are just stuck to his forehead. He's clearly drenched." It made me happy.
So you like it because he sweats and he represents you. You feel like that.
I feel a little more represented. You know, like
it's not because he's white.
It's not because he's white. Okay. No, because I don't see.
Because our hair is different, by the way, than the other cultures that play the game.
I'm not just talking about the black players, dude. I'm not just talking about that. Like,
what other players are there?
White players. There are.
And what else?
Hispanic players.
Where? Jaime Jaquez.
Jose Alvarado. Yeah,
he's Puerto Rican.
That's not Hispanic.
Okay, that's
true. Absolutely Hispanic.
That's true.
Come on now. Come on now. Like, I just feel like
Puerto Rico also not.
It's not like
not garbage.
Do I think that might affect his car market? Yeah, maybe, because there's some, you know, like I feel like it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens, how everything plays out, how he's talked about a kid from Maine, right? Like, it's interesting. But yeah, I just from just a perspective of seeing somebody that looks like they're.
That looks like
they look like just ran. Not looks like me. That sounds bad. Like, that sounds very bad. That sounds problematic and bad. A kid is sweating. Maybe I shouldn't even brought it up. Shit, let's just skip. Skip forward. Let's skip forward there. But
he loves a man that sweats that reminds him of himself. It's weird.
In no way does Cooper Flag remind me of myself, right?
He sweats like me. His hair.
No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, okay. Let's
you
break it down.
DMing him too, or what?
I'm not DMing anybody. I'm not. Get out of here. Get out of here. By the way, Texas Tech has been looking pretty good. After we blew out Bethune-Cookman, I might have Googled where's the Final Four. It's in San Antonio, right down the road. I'm saying. Just saying,
Texas basketball is plagued by a terrible coach and a bad recruiter.
Hey, y'all got this kid Trey Johnson. He looks
he's good. Very good, but he has no help, zero help whatsoever. And Rodney Terry's not the
y'all
one.
Y'all playing a trash weak conference.
We fucking every
trash
time we make
ass weak conference.
Every time we make a basketball hire, it's the wrong one. Yeah. Ever since we lost Rick Barnes, we make the wrong fucking pick.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
Rick Barnes. But he never won in the tournament.
I was fine with that. He went to the Final Four. He took him to the Final Four.
Yeah, 1 year with TJ Ford.
That's further than they ever got before.
That was when we were on the same baseball team, like in Little League.
Yes, dude, and that was sick. And
that was so long ago.
I'd rather go to the Final Four than not go to the Final Four.
Hey, I'm happy with where Texas basketball is right now. Fuck y'all for Chris Beard.
If we had Chris Beard, he'd be coaching better, but he made bad decisions. Yeah. Fucking disgusting piece of
Moral issue. Maybe y'all should have vetted out your coaches a little more.
Well, we usually just let y'all do that, but if came in, you couldn't.
Hey, sterling record while at Texas Tech. All I'm saying. Let's
speak about a sterling record.
Yes.
See, your segue, you could have easily segued that, bro.
That was a good segue right there. That was a great segue. Bro. That was a great segue because
It's Casey time is technically leading by half a point because half a game because the ties and shit.
And so because you lost again this week, you get to lead us off. Tell me what your head pick is.
I would love to tell you what my head pick is if I had one. I'm just kidding. My head pick, I have.
You've been phoning it in. This is let's.
No, I picked these ones earlier. My head pick is for the NBA Cup on Friday. It is a very all the NBA teams have been playing very competitively. It started last night, and they all played competitively. So we had some upsets. We had the Celtics losing to the Hawks. Like there was some shit that happened. So I looked at the schedule. No team going into a play-in game is on the second part of a back-to-back. They all have a rest day ahead of time. So it's a pretty level playing field. Well, I fucking love my Spurs,
what is your
baby.
Head pick,
Pinche Perdo Spurs against the Lakers. Okay. I think they're going to cover the spread, which is 2.
Spurs-Lakers.
Spurs-Lakers on Friday.
They have that spread out? I couldn't find NBA games.
You scroll down. Okay. Because it was a play-in game. That's why they had it out. Okay. But Spurs are Spurs +2. Head pick.
Against the Hawks?
Against the Lakers.
Okay.
Lakers.
I'm going to college football. Shocker, I know. Houston, money line against Arizona. They looked pretty good last week. They beat K-State. Arizona's been going down. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, my gut pick is going to be the University of Texas Longhorns.
Okay.
They're playing Arkansas, which is Jerry Jones's favorite fucking school team,
that's your
alma
boy,
mater,
Jerry.
All that shit. I fucking
your boy
hate
Jay
so much. I'm in for
his Hogs.
It is in Arkansas, which I don't think our away games have been starting as hot as we want them to, but I think that the spread's 13.5. I got Texas.
Winning. Fayetteville's always turned.
Fayetteville gets rocking, but I think Texas shows up.
All right.
2 tutties.
What's the spread?
2 tutties. 13.5.
13.5. That's what you took.
That's what I'm taking.
13.5. Okay. For my gut play, I'm going to the team that got absolutely humbled last week. I think they bounced back. LSU. I've got they're playing Florida.
Brian Kelly.
Florida.
Oof.
It's time for this.
Is their quarterback? Their quarterback's back though.
Is Lagway back?
Yeah, he's back this week. He could have come back the Texas game, but they said they were holding him out another week.
I don't think that matters, to be honest with you.
I think he matters.
I do. DJ Lagway is great.
Well, because their running back is good too.
But I think he. Yeah. I'm standing by my gut play. I don't care. I mean, you can try to talk me out of it.
No, I'm just telling you why you're going to lose it.
Some fucking more. I mean, well, we'll see. I mean,
we'll see.
If I trusted your judgment, I probably wouldn't be ahead of you in the all-time ranking.
Interesting. All right, my heart pick.
-4.5 is the spread before I'm fucking done. And now I'm done.
Okay, are you fucking done now?
I'm fucking done. Yes.
Okay, so my heart pick. Because I absolutely can't pick them to win or cover any type of spread or anything. There's a huge game with one of my favorite teams, and fuck Jerry Jones, but the Cowboys are playing the Texans. So it's an interstate rivalry. Our buddy Reese will be cheering on the Texans vehemently, but it is at the Cowboys Stadium, so he can't go see it. Haha, fuck you. Or he might go see it. He won't go see it. But since I can't pick the Cowboys to do anything right, I pick the under. I'm just hoping for a low-scoring game so we don't get the fucking shit embarrassed out of us. And yeah, I'll be happy. My heart will be happy if we lose, even if as long as the score stays under 42 total. Yep. Threw you for a loop there.
That's the weirdest.
As long as the Cowboys lose by less than 42, I'm good with that.
That's your heart pick.
It's my heart pick.
You picked Texas minus. You sure Texas minus 13.5 wouldn't be your heart pick?
No, I have nothing. I have nothing for Arkansas in my heart, so why would I make that my heart pick?
But what do you have in your heart for the
Texans? It's a Texas team. I've told you last week. I'm all about Texas. You just want
them to like.
I'm a son of the Republic of Texas.
Y'all only beat us 25-3. You know,
I'll feel good if that happens.
What?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll never understand.
Absolutely.
My heart pick. I'll make it easy. Chiefs money line. We stay undefeated. We beat the Bills in their place. What up?
Be nice.
They're gonna lose eventually. The Chiefs will lose eventually.
Their defense is carrying the fucking weight right now.
Their defense is so nasty.
Carrying
they deserve all their flowers. It is beautiful to watch a team with a defense. He does. He deserves every dime and more. Leo Chenal deserves every dime. Nick Bolton deserves every dime.
Karlaftis, yeah.
Beast.
McDuffie's been playing well.
McDuffie's sick. Like
I got some numbered McDuffie somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Their team is nasty, man. I love it. I love watching the Chiefs play defense. And I love that no matter what, even if Patrick, Travis have stumbled a little bit, they've looked okay. You know, when they get Patrick gets the ball in his hands and he needs to score a touchdown to win the game, I trust nobody more in the history of the sport. Including Tom Brady.
Oof. That's tough.
Including Tom Brady.
That's tough for me.
Right.
But it's between those two, and that's it. And Vincio.
So. It's been cool to see.
And Vincio.
It's been cool to see. All right.
All right. My juice, adding on to my picks.
Yep.
I have also Friday night into the play-in game. This team has been playing very well, and I don't know why they are not favored in this game, but it's the Pistons versus the Raptors. It is in Toronto, but the Pistons, Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey have been playing fucking phenomenal lately. I think that they covered the spread. They're getting 2.5 points, so they could even lose by 2, but I think they win that game anyway. Then I have on Friday, once again, the Clippers at the Rockets, which they're playing right now, but they also play on Friday for the actual play-in game. So I see that one going over 215 points total because they put up numbers. The Clippers aren't interested in playing defense, and the Rockets will take advantage of that. Rockets actually have one of the lower turnover rates in the league. The Clippers have a higher one, so I just think they score and they have to keep keeping up with each other.
Okay.
And then my last pick on all of it.
Jeez, you got another one?
This is the last one. Is that okay with you?
No, go for
Is North Texas UNT at UTSA.
How'd that work for you?
Another Texas matchup. That was a good. No, that one lost for me. Army.
I know. Because I had
my
pick was Army.
The fucking line is at 72.5 for the over under.
For them and who?
For them and UTSA.
That's a lot.
It's a very large amount of points.
I know they're a quick score off.
And they're rivals, but if you're gonna tell me that North Texas just came off of a game where they held Army to 14 points, so
you can't compare that.
Is UTSA's offense gonna be much better in any facet?
Because they don't run the triple option.
That's fine. I got the under at 72.5.
All right.
Under.
That's
You told me they were gonna wear them down and blow them out. So
when did I tell? What do you mean?
Before. Go ahead.
With Army?
Hit your fucking juice.
And they did.
I
won that pick.
They didn't blow them out. They won by 11 points.
Right, and the line was 6.
Yeah, but they didn't blow them out.
Suffocated them. Watching Army play football is art. I will say that. My juice. I'm going to UFC for my first 3, and I picked 3 favorites. I've got Bo Nickel. He's fighting Paul Craig. He's a big time favorite. I think he wins that one. Charles Oliveira. Got him to beat Michael Chandler. I've got John Jones beating Stipe. I've got the Falcons beating the Broncos. Moneyline. These are all moneyline so far. Then I've got Georgia minus 11 against UT. Did you see that?
Georgia minus 11
against UT, Tennessee.
Oh, I was like, wait, they don't play.
Yeah. I also went to soccer. I've got World Cup qualifying. I've got Uruguay beating Colombia, and I went to some cricket. Some 2020 cricket. I've got the West Indies beating England. They're slight dogs in that one, but I really just want to watch some cricket. That 2020 action, it's like home run derby. It's the best kind of cricket to watch. It's not that test bullshit the last 3 days. These games are quick, they're action filled, and they're just like home run derbies. They just try to launch bombs. Basically,
so like softball.
Plus like $34.99. It's a lot of picks because those. I mean, I think all 3 of those UFC fights together is like even money, basically. Maybe even less than that. Put some little bit of juice on that. $10 pays you out $359.90.
Mine was like $480 something.
Look at that. Congrats. It's I feel strong about it. I feel like that's a good one, and maybe I gotta chase get my 3rd juice hit.
It'd be so sick if you win any money from that.
It would be pretty sick. It would be.
Oh, but you're not gonna win money from that.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
Yeah,
whatever helps you cope and feel better.
You piece of garbage.
Getting absolutely just.
That would be alcohol.
Driven down.
That would be alcohol.
Just whatever. But hey, man. Any parting thoughts? What do you want to leave the What do you want to leave the audience with?
The lab's a different vibe.
It's a different vibe in here. You know,
it's a different vibe. Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think. It's a little more laid back. I feel like
I'm definitely watching these games. My eyes are going.
It's everywhere. A little later. Yeah, the games.
The Chicago and the Knicks. Knicks were down 4 minutes ago, and now they're tied. It's crazy.
The Knicks came back.
Yes,
like,
they
there's
did.
7 minutes left.
They don't give a shit. They were
That's
like,
crazy.
I'm not losing to you bums.
That's crazy.
No, but shout out to the Generators. 24 weeks. Our podcast can buy beer.
Yes.
Next week it'll be able to rent a car. Next week.
Yes.
So that'll be pretty sick.
It will, man. It will. Well, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Next week you'll probably watch me rip another pack.
2.
I'm about to find which one.
Once we get all this expensive shit off the floor, so you can't run it over.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. And if I hit any monsters, we'll put it up on Instagram. But what's up?